This video is sponsored in part by Megan Mackey's Lucky Devil series. In a world where cyber technology and the supernatural live side by side, only one thing is certain. If you need help, and you can afford the price, you can always go to the Lucky Devil. Go to Amazon.com for your copy today. Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Planet Coaster. This is going to be our first video in a brand new series for the game. What I plan on doing is turning this expansive site, this is the Alpine Sandbox map, I'm going to be turning this impressive site into a large theme park. Got lots of room to work with, though I doubt we're going to need it all. It's going to be fun. Now I have to be honest, I only have a rough draft of a plan. I know about what I want to do, but I don't know precisely everything that I'm going to do, if that makes any sense at all. But, you know, there it is. That's kind of what makes it fun. The first thing I want to do is I want to do this. We're going to completely and totally move the entrance. So, let's expand this to 8 meters. We want to do 8 meters. We want to stick it with 6. You know what, we're going to do 8 meters for now, but I don't want the tiles here. What I want is the black, well, you see what I'm, what I'm using. The black asphalt path. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm coming down from my second cold of the season, so if I sound a little rough or if I sniffle a little, that you know why. Okay, so this, the best part about this game is that you don't have to build your paths on a grid. I'm going to do it, however, for this entrance area, just because it makes things easier to do in this entry area. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is good. 7. Okay, so we're going to do 2 rows of 7 here. Then we're going to do 1 here, and 1 there. Now, in fact, hold on a second. I just thought of something. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're going to go back. Believe it or not, we're going to go all the way back because the park entrances are 4 meters across. So we need to be working with a grid of 4 meters, not a grid of 8 meters. So let's go back to paths. And then we will tuck this into 6 meters like this. We'll give it a couple of rounds of 6 meters, and then we'll drop it down to 4. Okay, like that. So it gradually narrows. But then we'll go back to using the grid. You know what? No. Like I said, I'm winging a lot of this. And then 2 rows of 7. And then we need, you know what? We don't need 2 rows of 7. We can get by with just 1. I'm going to put 1 here, 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 and here. That's 5. Okay. Then I do not know why I have the Indiana Jones theme in my head. It is just a thing. Okay, why is this one not connecting? That is very strange, but I will go with it. Okay, whatever. Now, excuse me again. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Now, you might be wondering, so what you going to do now that you've put in 3 entrances? Well, I'll show you. What we want, come on, there we go. What we want are the panel wall pieces. And they look like this. Nice, boring, white walls. Very boring. Now the thing is, I don't particularly want a wall right there. I'm just placing it there as a guide for putting the walls where I actually want them. Okay, hold on just a second. Why is that guy out of place? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, I just want him. Just him, guys. Him. Yes. There we go. Okay, and let's see. Where do we have the arch? We have arches. Okay. Now, in this project, I plan on building everything from scratch, as you can see, or at least as much as I can from scratch. Oh, god damn it! I do not plan on building the rides from scratch, except for the roller coasters, because to be brutally honest, you can't. You're kind of stuck. Oh, for crying out loud. What's the grid size? 4 meters? Well, let's make it 2. No, grid height is what I want. 2. Because what I want to do is I want to do this. Can I make it 1? Yes, I can make it 1, right? 25, 1. I hate when it's troublesome. Okay, so what I want to do is move this one like so. That is not like so. I swear you guys saw me move this, right? You guys saw me move it. There we go. All right, now where was I? Anyway, I'm going to be making all of the buildings from scratch. I'm not going to use any blueprints at all. What I may do is use a blueprint as kind of a template. Like if I'm not sure how to do one particular thing that I want to do, what I may do is I may find a blueprint and then examine it and take it apart, but I'm not going to copy it either. That would defeat the purpose of what I want to do. But I'm hoping to have a good time putting together a big park. It's going to have many themed areas, sort of like Disney World. Which, you know, if any of you have heard me talk about Disney World, you know I love Disney World. I worked there for, God, since the 80s. Retired from Disney World. And it was just an enjoyable experience all around, I gotta tell you. It really was. I really enjoyed my time working there. I worked several jobs. I was a ride operator when I was in high school, and when I started cooking professionally, I worked there as a chef, and it was a real solid, fun time. It just was. Okay, you can probably see where I'm leading to this. Let me do a little touch up here. I do not want square edges. Let's take off the square edges. I want rounded edges. Like that. Yeah, that's what I want. In fact, we can even put rounded edges here. I know what I want to do. I'm just wondering if I can do it. I think I can. There. Like I said, I'm making this up as I go along, guys. So if I sometimes go back and revamp what I'm doing, that you know why. I have a very rough plan. I know what I want to do, but for the most part, I'm winging it. So if any of you have any ideas, by all means, let me know, because I'm always up for suggestions. That looks about centered, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the panels. 2 meter, 1 meter. Here we go. Grid height. 1/2 meter. Right. So and now I need some plants. Scenery. So I really am. I'm really got ambitious plans for this. I really do, and I'm hoping that it works out, because that's just, you know, it's if I can, if what I have in my head works out for this, then this is going to be something pretty spectacular. So I'm really hoping that this works out really well. I do have plans for separate themed areas. There's going to be As of right now, as of my plans right now, what I'm going to have is a kind of a spooky area. I'm going to have a Wild West area. I'm going to have a Pirates area. I'm going to have a Fantasy Kingdom area. And I'm going to have a Sci-Fi area. The entrance area is all going to be very modern. And you will see that in a moment. But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty spectacular. So let's get the interior done. Always do your interiors before you put the roof on the place. If I could add, if I could give you one piece of advice, that would be it. Before you work on the roof, always make sure that the decorations you have going in are in place before you put the roof over it. Because believe me, you don't want to be maneuvering your camera around in a tight building interior. While, you just don't want to do it. You don't. It's not something you want to do. Okay. Alright, we're getting some rocks in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make each of these green areas between the entrances into miniature gardens. And you may be thinking, but it looks like you're going to make it all the same. Yeah, I am. I got to tell you, if you've never been to one of the big name theme parks like Disney or SeaWorld or Busch Gardens, a lot of their nature work is very homogeneous, especially Disney. Disney leaves very little to nature. Even in their nature parks like the Animal Kingdom, if you think that isn't carefully designed and placed, all the plants in that place, every single one of them, is carefully chosen, carefully selected, and carefully placed. I promise you. Why is this doing this? That's weird. Very strange. But yeah, Disney all those plants growing in Animal Kingdom, and it is a very wild looking area. Every single plant in the place, that's not wild. They placed it there. They are it was by design. Every single leaf, every single tree, every single rock, and it's carefully manicured on top of it all. And I know you're thinking, oh no, that can't be. Oh yeah, it really can be, and it is. Their landscaping is second to none. I had a friend who was in fact a Disney landscaper, and he told me once exactly how much work goes into it. They're constantly working on the gardening at Disney 24/7. There's not a moment where somebody isn't working on some area of the plants in that park. And all the rocks, most of the rocks you see at Disney are actually shaped concrete. They're the fake rocks. And there's nothing really wrong with that, because I understand why they do it. They do it for appearances. They want to present the prettiest appearance. So all of their plants, all of their rocks are carefully selected and carefully managed. I get it. So when you ask me, well, is that why you did? You made the gardens and the entrance so unified. Yep, that's my answer. Not unified. I know what I'm trying to say. Homogeneous. So that they look alike. Yes, that's exactly why. That's exactly why. It's not because I'm boring and unimaginative. Well, it's not that I can't be boring and you know what I mean. Anyway, it's not that I'm just being boring and it's easier to just make copies of everything. It's because that's intentionally how the big theme parks do it. I'm trying to basically make my own version of the big theme parks here. Whether or not I'm successful, you can be the judge of that. But, I have hoped. Anyway, the one thing you should know is this first bunch of episodes we're probably not going to get. We're probably not going to get to, ride placement at all. Although there is one exception. But I am planning. That's not what I wanted. What I wanted was these. I am planning on installing a monorail, and you'll see where that goes shortly. No, get back down there. That was the wrong... There we go. So. Alright. How's that look? Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, you see how I've already moved the rocks? Well... Oh, hey. It may double up on the rocks. Yeah, it doubled up on the rocks. Okay, so what I can do is I'm just going to get rid of the rock formations because we're going to be moving copies in, the entire thing. Like so. Okay. For those of you who've never been to Disney or who want to go to Disney, but just for whatever haven't done it, at the very least, look up videos online, because the Disney Corporation. Let me make something clear. The Disney Corporation is piratical, and they are domineering, and they own everything, and I really don't like some of their business practices. The Disney theme parks, on the other hand, are amazing. They really are. Disney theme parks are great. They are fantastical. So. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay. So, now I get to decide what color this is going to be. And I'm not sure. You know, blue is nice and generic. Gray is dull and boring. How's that look? Red's a little too... You know what I mean? No, not purple. I don't want to do bright yellow, but what do you think? Pale yellow? And that's gray. Gray's boring. I think we're going to go with that. All right, so. And here's the only part with doing it this way, because basically I've got to do this. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to let me recolor them in mass. That's something that you can do in, you see, it won't let me do it.